Blender or 3ds Max? Which one is the ultimate choice for architectural visualization in 2025? If you're just starting out, or even if you've been in the field for years, picking the wrong software can literally waste months of your time. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits you. In this video, I'm breaking down the pros, cons, and hidden differences between Blender and 3ds Max for Archviz specifically in 2025. We'll talk about render quality, workflows, plugins, costs, and even future-proofing your career. And trust me, the answer is not as obvious as you might think. Most people assume 3ds Max is unbeatable because it's been the industry standard for decades. But there's one big change in 2025 that might flip the tables completely. I'll reveal that in just a minute. 1. Learning curve and accessibility. For architectural visualization in 2025, Blender and 3ds Max are both widely used, but differ substantially in learning curve and accessibility. Blender is generally seen as more accessible and easier for beginners to pick up, while 3ds Max offers more depth but a steeper initial learning curve due to its complex UI and feature set. Blender offers an intuitive interface with a customizable workspace and is supported by a vast community producing up-to-date tutorials, making it easier for new users to get started, especially in Archviz. Its non-commercial, open-source nature allows unlimited free access to features, which helps students and indie artists quickly experiment with architectural scenes. Blender's rapid development and updates have made architectural plugins, cycles renderer, and geometry nodes more accessible without additional cost. 3ds Max is tailored for professional workflows, featuring advanced modeling, rendering, and industry-standard plugins that require more time to master. The UI can be complex for newcomers, with numerous tools dedicated to specific professional applications, making the first experience daunting but rewarding for advanced Archviz detail. Accessibility depends on licensing. 3ds Max is commercial software, requiring monthly/yearly subscriptions, which can limit access for hobbyists or new users. Many architectural firms prefer 3ds Max for integration with AutoCAD/Revit and photorealistic rendering, V-Ray, Corona, but this professional environment may be less accessible for solo learners. Blender is the most accessible option for newcomers, indie artists, and those seeking a free or open-source solution for Archviz. 3ds Max remains the choice for professionals seeking deep integration with architectural design pipelines, despite a more demanding initial learning curve and higher cost. Both platforms continue to update their tools regularly, with Blender making significant strides in photorealism, asset libraries, and procedural workflows. Blender offers easier entry and universal access, while 3ds Max presents robust professional features, but demands more time and investment to master for architectural visualization in 2025. 2. Rendering engines. Each offers a range of rendering engines geared toward different needs, budgets, and workflows. Blender's main engines for visualization are Cycles, path tracing for photorealism, and Eevee, real-time for fast feedback, along with support for external engines like V-Ray, Octane, Redshift, and Arnold. 3ds Max, on the other hand, is deeply integrated with commercial engines like V-Ray, Arnold, and Corona, and is favored in professional architectural studios for its CAD compatibility and industry-standard outputs. Blender Cycles offers high-end ray tracing, delivering realistic lighting and material rendering. It's free and integrates seamlessly with Blender's workflow, suitable for custom visuals and flexibility in design. The addition of external GPU-powered engines, Octane, Redshift, brings ultra-fast results for those with powerful hardware. Blender Eevee prioritizes real-time performance, making it excellent for fast previews and interactive presentations. However, it can require significant setup to match Cycles' realism. 3ds Max plus V-Ray or Arnold or Corona. These are industry leaders in photorealism. V-Ray and Corona, in particular, offer superior global illumination, physically based materials, and post-processing options. Arnold is favored for full pipeline integration and high consistency, though it can be slower. 3ds Max excels in architectural workflows with robust CAD support, parametric modeling, and seamless integration with architectural design pipelines. Its strong modifier system and mature plugin ecosystem make it suited for professional studios handling complex buildings and iterative changes. Blender gains flexibility through add-ons like Archipack for parametric design and tools that automate repetitive architectural tasks. Its open-source nature means a wide range of community-developed plugins, but scene setup for architecture can require extra customization. 3ds Max, Windows only, requiring a high-end CPU and GPU for optimal performance with heavy architectural scenes, especially in large firms. Blender, cross-platform, Windows, Mac, Linux, and efficient on a range of hardware, especially when using cycles on GPUs. Free to use, making it accessible for smaller studios and individuals. 3ds Max, commercial software with a subscription cost, justified by industry support, documentation, and dedicated customer service. Blender, completely free and open source, making it popular among freelancers, smaller agencies, and educational settings. 3ds Max, steeper learning curve, but with deep resources for professionals and widespread use in architecture. Blender, growing community and vast learning resources, but still requires time for mastery, especially when used for pro-level architectural visualization. For industry-standard workflows, massive scene management, and CAD integration, 3ds Max, with V-Ray, Corona, or Arnold, has an edge and is chosen by most architectural studios. For budget-friendly, highly customizable, and flexible projects, especially for smaller teams and individual creators, Blender with Cycles or Eevee, alongside select commercial plugin engines, is a strong choice. Each platform continues to improve with community and commercial engine support in 2025, so the best fit depends on workflow preference, hardware, and required output quality. This is where 3ds Max still flexes its muscles. But wait until you hear what Blender has lined up in 2025. 3. Workflow and plugins. Blender and 3ds Max remain top contenders for architectural visualization in 2025, each excelling in different areas of workflow efficiency and plugin support. 3ds Max, favored by large architectural visualization firms due to its robust handling of complex, high-detail scenes. 3ds Max offers streamlined integration with CAD and BIM software, such as AutoCAD and Revit, giving it an advantage for projects requiring technical documentation and accurate parametric designs. Its modifier stack, strong modeling tools, and professional rendering pipeline, using V-Ray, Corona, or Arnold, make it a go-to for large-scale and commercial projects. The interface is intuitive for those with a technical background, and workflow automation is facilitated with scripting, MAXscript, Python. Blender's appeal lies in its all-in-one, open-source flexibility and a non-destructive, node-based workflow. It excels in smaller studios, freelance work, and rapid prototyping for interiors and residential visualizations. Its dynamic topology for sculpting, geometry nodes for procedural workflows, and real-time rendering with Eevee allow fast iteration. The workflow is customizable and heavily driven by hotkeys and community-developed add-ons. Plus, it's fully cross-platform. Studios that require industry-standard output, CAD or BIM integration, and robust parametric/procedural modeling for large projects. Freelancers, small teams, rapid prototyping, and anyone needing an affordable and flexible pipeline with a fast-growing community and plugin library. 3ds Max dominates with V-Ray and Corona for photorealism. Blender Cycles rivals them, but may need more setup. Eevee gives Blender a speed advantage for quick edits and presentations. Blender is catching up fast with geometry nodes, which might actually disrupt this space. 4. Cost and career. Blender is completely free and open source. Users can download and use Blender without any licensing fees, making it highly accessible for freelancers, students, and small studios. Its open source nature encourages community support and frequent updates without additional costs. 3ds Max operates on a subscription-based model by Autodesk. The cost typically ranges about $1,875 per year for a standard subscription, with monthly and multi-year plans available. This can represent a significant investment, especially for independent artists or smaller firms. However, the subscription includes professional-grade support and integration with other Autodesk products, which some users find valuable. Blender is favored by freelancers, small studios, and educational users. It excels in smaller projects such as residential architectural renders, furniture design, and other mid to low complexity outputs. Blender's huge and active community and wealth of free tutorials make it highly approachable. 3ds Max remains the industry standard for large-scale, commercial architectural visualization projects, such as skyscrapers and detailed urban environments. It is widely used by top architectural firms and studios for its ability to handle complex scenes robustly. The integration with professional rendering engines like Corona and the Autodesk ecosystem bolsters its position in professional environments. If targeting large architectural firms or commercial-scale projects, learning 3ds Max is generally preferred because of its industry-wide adoption and higher demand in professional settings. The higher cost may be justified by better career opportunities. For freelancers, students, or those working on smaller-scale or personal projects, Blender offers an unbeatable cost advantage without compromising creative potential. It's also excellent for building a portfolio with minimal financial investment. In conclusion, the choice depends on the user's budget, project scale, and career ambitions. Blender offers high accessibility and versatility with zero cost, ideal for entry or small-scale work, while 3ds Max commands a strong position in high-end architectural visualization with a significant investment, but potentially better career payoffs. Remember that big change I mentioned earlier? Well, in 2025, Blender has officially gained enterprise-level adoption in multiple Archviz studios, thanks to its free price tag and rapidly improving rendering pipelines. That means the old narrative of you can't get hired with Blender is no longer true. Studios are now blending Blender into their workflow, pun intended. So which should you pick? Here's the real answer. If you want industry-grade Archviz with a guaranteed studio pipeline, 3ds Max is still king. But if you're an independent freelancer, student, or want to build a career without going broke, Blender is the smarter choice in 2025. But here's the twist. What happens when you actually combine Blender and 3ds Max in one workflow? Could that be the best of both worlds? That's a topic for another video. If this video helped clear up your decision, hit that subscribe button because I'm dropping weekly tutorials, comparisons, and tips to help you grow your 3D career faster. And let me know in the comments, are you Team Blender or Team 3ds Max in 2025? I'll be replying to as many as I can.